Hey everybody, what's up? What's up? It's your boy MC. I don't know what I should talk about today. Let's pick a topic here. How about how about how about belief? Belief, yeah. Let's do belief. Let's do belief today. Okay. And I have this little pet peeve about Ooh, I need to drink some so I can talk. I was I have this pet peeve about people who say, "Oh, you're so lucky. You're so lucky to be in Japan or whatever, right? And you're so lucky to be, a Japanese friend or whatever." And it kind of makes me feel like everything I did was because I was lucky. No, I wasn't lucky. I worked really hard, And this shit doesn't come easily. You work hard, you work hard, you work hard, you work hard, and after you try to put all your effort and try to get something that you don't know if you're really gonna get it. And after that, you think hard enough and you get it. But I don't like saying, I don't like, no, I'm not saying, I don't like hearing lucky from another person, because it's like, everything I did was just like, oh, this is luck. I didn't put any effort at all, it just happened. I talked to my friend about that as well, my friend, right? He's always pissed about hearing people talk about, like, oh, it's lucky or whatever. You're so lucky to be here in the country or whatever. You're so lucky to be, like, just basking in the glory of these people or whatever. Don't get me wrong, I like Japanese people. It's just that, why? Why you make it seem so, like, fiction, like, okay, you know what? When I was not in Japan, when I didn't know anything about Japan, or whatever, when I was younger, or whatever, I thought it was a fictional place, I thought it was like, I'm gonna be, riding in, hovering cars and shit. I used to think that, like the Jetsons or some shit, like, I'm gonna be riding in some hover car or whatever, or I'm gonna be in like a hover bus or whatever. I always thought about those stuff. I always thought about like it's gonna be like I'm gonna have like I'm riding in a Gundam or some shit. Stupid, foolish things you think of when you're young. But I'm gonna go back to belief, whatever, right? My belief of pushing hard and persevering and just like getting everything done, even though I didn't like doing it. The thing that I went through to get over here is like, okay, the first job I did that I started thinking about, I gotta start saving, I gotta start doing something, So I worked it was a restaurant first. After I worked at a catering place, and I would work probably like 13-hour, 12-hour shifts, and I was only getting minimum wage for those hours or whatever, right? And it was pretty much hell or whatever, right? Because it was like every time. This is the thing about restaurants and like the culinary business or whatever, is that every time in winter it's really, really freaking busy, really, really busy. And there's so much people that come at you or whatever. It's just like it's mind wrecking. And after you have one person yelling at you, and after you have another person yelling at you, and you got your sous chefs are just like they're going all over the place, and it's just hectic or whatever, right? So the first thing that I saved up was from there, and after that, it was short term. It was like 3 weeks or whatever. Right? So I had to go find some other work or whatever, right? The second work that I did was working in it was like a warehouse. Did warehouse work for like probably 2 months, and that was a crummy job as well, because it wasn't frequent. It was like 3 or 4 days, and after that you don't know if you're gonna come in the next day, because I signed up to an agency, so I don't know if it's gonna happen or not, right? I don't know if I'm gonna be able to work the next day or whatever, right? So you're kind of like, you sign up to a lot of different agencies so you can get a stream of work, instead of signing up to this one. They tell you not to sign up to a different agency or whatever. You only supposed to obey us or whatever. You're only supposed to go for our client's hotel or whatever, right? But that was bullshit. So I disobeyed what they said anyways, and I just took it anyways because this is my life, and I don't care about your rule because if I don't work, I'm not gonna reach this goal or whatever, right? So everything else is just kind of like bullshit. I'm not gonna listen to what they have to say. I'm just gonna find whatever way to make this hustle work. Yeah, pretty much. So I remember the last day when I was working nowhere else, and I was like, I came to the point and I was like, my back just like was hurting. My back was just hurting. It always starts off with the back. It always starts with the back. That one morning you wake up and you're just like, fuck this shit. You just wake up and you say, fuck this shit. I'm not doing this anymore. And yeah, I stopped from there, and after that, I felt like it was not like I wasn't gonna. I was getting very close. I had enough money to get the ticket and everything. And after that, I was like, if I really want to achieve this goal, I gotta like move myself from where I live and go to a place where there is like work that's like thriving work. So I moved from where I was living, and I stayed with my sister for probably like, I think for 3 months straight, and I was working in apartment buildings, right? So I was a cleaning guy in apartment buildings, right? And it was kind of felt, it was like, I'm so glad I can go back home, wherever, right? Every end of the day, I was like, I'm so glad I can go back home, right? After I go into the shower, now I just have that victory bath, you know? Like, oh, another day down. And the arrangement that I had with me going to live with my sister or whatever, right? And we working, I would go with her in the morning, and after that, because it'd be like a far drive, whatever, to work and back, right? So I'd pretty much hitch a ride and go with her at the same time, and I'd come back with her. So it's like when she works, I work, right? And my sister would work crazy hours. She'd get up at 4 o'clock and get ready to go, like, leave the house at 5, and after that, start work at 6, and come back at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock. No, not at 4 o'clock. We always got late, so like 5:30. So it's like every day is like pushing, and it's just it just drained me, right? But the only thing that kept me going was like, okay, there's two things that kept me going. I was listening to this artist called Deep Fried. I was listening to his tracks because I don't know, man. There's something about that kid. There's something about that kid's music that just gets you pumped up when you just in this like a horrible, shitty mood, and you just feel better. And the second thing was obviously Japan. I want to go to Japan like crazy. And yeah, after I got enough, money or whatever, right? I started feeling that, okay, I'm going to be leaving everybody now. I gotta finish everything I gotta do to like prepare myself to go to this country or whatever, right? So when I finally got to the point that I need to get health insurance, I have to get what's it called? Like little stuff, toiletries and clothes and it's not clothes. I didn't get new clothes. New suitcase or whatever. Certain medication or whatever. Like say if I got cut or whatever, Medkit or whatever. And what's it called? Like stuff for my hair or whatever. Because I like my hair. I'm one of those dreads that can do their own hair or whatever. And what's it called? When I got all that stuff together, after that, I think it was one night that was like, it hit me. It just hit me straight. It's like, damn, I'm gonna leave. How dare you cut off when I'm talking, stupid camera. Anyways, where was I? Yeah. So, yeah, I'm leaving, whatever, right? So I got myself mentally prepared, and I did the whole what's it called? I don't know. I felt like I was gonna die in like 3 weeks or whatever. You know, like when I was like about to go, whatever. Right? I feel like I was gonna die in like 3 weeks or whatever. So I gotta do everything before I die. You know, like that. I don't know. It's like that movie that I don't know. It's like the bucket list or something. I don't know. Just felt like that. I felt like that I'm gonna die in 3 weeks. Like I'll do everything I gotta do in 3 weeks or whatever before I die. You know, and start a new life, whatever, right? So when I finally got my you know, all my other things that I wanted to do, and when I finally got on the plane, I felt, you know, when I went up, I was like, damn, I'm never coming back. Like, well, you know, till I have to, you know. But like, damn, it's like you go up there and it's like you're alone. You got a lot of balls to leave a country on your own, you know? You feel that way because it's the first time you ever leaving the country on my own. And it's the first time me just like, you know, leaving my parents' place and just like being on my own and having that me time, you know? Like, I always, you know, I had me time before because I kind of like turned into like an introvert and like cut people out that were lived in my, well, not in my town or whatever, right? I cut people out and I just like selectively choose people that I like. I'm kind of like that. Like, if I don't like you, I make sure I tell you that I don't like you. I'm kind of that kind of person. I don't like being around the bush. But if you are a very nice person and you are really trying to be my friend, I would say in a pretty way, I'm saying get away from me. But really, I'm a very welcoming person. It's just that if you push me to do things that I don't want to do, I will rebel and I will not like you for a very, very long time. I will try everything in my power to stay away from you. I'm that kind of person. But what else can I talk about, man? I think I'll leave it as this. Start off with belief. So yeah, I'm gonna end with that. My beliefs. The belief in me trying to go to Japan. The belief in me, you know, being on my own or whatever. The belief in me like surviving in this like being trying to be independent or like trying to get out of this whole baby phase or whatever, right? Like, you gotta man up sometime, alright? You gotta take chances, you know? There's a lot of people who came up to me and said, oh, do you have any accommodations or whatever? And I'm like, no, I don't have any accommodations. Like, what? Do I need someone to wipe my ass and take care of me or whatever? Like, no. I'm gonna have a plan. I'm gonna make sure it works out. And that's it. There's nothing else in that. You know, like, do you have a company that's sponsoring you or something? No, I don't have that. I don't have any of that. I just wanted to do the experience. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Tell me, you guys. I don't know if my English is. Yeah, so tell me in the comments, whatever you feel. Do you feel that you had to be independent? Do you feel that you had to fight for your dream or fight for your belief? Or, you know, just be the person you want to be. You want to live your life or you don't want to live your life? You want to listen to someone else or do you want to listen to yourself, you know? So I think that's where it's come down to. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. Peace.